Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Paul. I work for a company called Micrographics. And in this webinar that we're presenting, we'll have a quick look at BIM 360 Plan. It's one of the modules that you can get on the cloud with Autodesk, and specifically catering towards lean construction, or those guys on the building site that you see with an iPad, entering information and looking at their schedules. That is what this is all built around. If you have any questions or if you join later, you are most welcome to enter any questions that you might have into the message box. We'd love to chat to you and to see what questions you've got and to answer them for you. I'll look at the questions as they come up, and then we'll try and deal with those as they arrive. So let's have a look at the itinerary. For the agenda, we're going to look at tracking performance. That is what this is main purpose of this vehicle. Automatically track your project's planned percent complete, or the PPC value. Customize project's views, scan work plans in list, gantt, or swimlane view and drill into detail. And then create work sequences, view activities, and track roadblocks that can disrupt reliable production. So from these items, you can surmise it's catering towards the project managers that are involved on a project. They are the ones that program the sequence of events and what must happen. So I've got a short demo over here about what the program looks like and how to go about it. And after this, it's about 10 minutes long, and we'll talk you through it. And after that, I'd like to show you two more videos and a bit of the documentation that is out there to help you get started. This is not really something you can sign up for a trial for, but if you want to have more information on this, we can do a demo for you, or otherwise you can also ask Autodesk to do a demo for you. But this is really technology that you need to try on the job. So here we can see online we've got the website that deals with the there we go. Sorry, it's a bit of a long intro. There you go. All right. So what we're doing is we're signing into the Autodesk app for BIM 360. We're signing in. Now, note that the plans module is not yet part of the hub managed licenses. So where users are concerned, we need to add them within the plan module. So what we'll show first is what it looks like within the usual interface that you might be familiar with. So we'll go into BIM 360 Docs or into BIM 360 Account Admin. We'll do that shortly after it's open. There we can see all the modules that are available. There is the project administration, where we manage our licenses from. Looking at the membership, on the right hand side you can see the services that are available. One of them is Plan, and you can see how Plan is grayed out, and I can't click to change the assignation of those licenses. Also, when you clear one of these accounts, you have to clear the user from within Plan. There at the bottom you can see that Plan is separate from the usual modules that you can use. This is what Plan looks like, opening it up on the web. It's also available on the app, but on the web there under the name we can see Project Admin. There we can change the assignation of licenses, add users, say when we are working typically, when there are holidays, some root causes that can be given to reasons why things are not happening or why they are completed, and then the BPC target or commitment tracking. So all of these are settings that you can enter within the companies. So that's project settings. There's the companies that we can add. Then we've got the members that we are adding, and here is where you can add or remove licenses from people. Locations are places within the building. Unfortunately, one has to enter these manually. But specifically, we would like to say where we are busy within a project, then we will refer to a location. So per site, building, and floor, maybe a room after that. And then we've got the workbook structure. So I've borrowed here from the British systems, but you probably have your own workbook schedule that you work to, your own codes that you work to, and you can also add or remove items from this WBS. These can be added to the tasks that you add as well. There's a sub-level, so you can see one can build this up. One can also move them up and down the list. Exiting administration. You can see that there have already been some tasks that were created over here. There's an ID that you can also input in the task type of activity, and milestone happens towards the end of a group of tasks. So that's what we would like to finish. Then an activity, what it is that is happening, company involved, the person involved, location, the work breakdown structure, a start and a duration or finish value, and then a status, some notes, crew size, and handle. So this would be typical of a contractor or a subcontractor on site who would like to have access to this information. The advantage of doing this is that the information that is entered by the contractors and subcontractors are available in real time. So as the information on site gets filled in, so the project manager can track in real time what it is that is happening on the building site. Are contractors finishing the job at the right time? Has the job been completed? What is going to hold up the job? And so on. And it gets to be quite a complex endeavor in the sense that you might have various trades on site. So you would have electricians, you would have HVAC installers, you would have plasterers, brickies, a whole variety of people that's involved in a building site. But once it gets busy, you might find that for argument's sake, the HVAC installers are on the ground floor on a Monday. On Tuesday, they are on the first floor, and so on. Well, the same thing happens with the electricians. So after the guys have installed the HVAC components on a Monday, then the electricians would move into the ground floor on a Tuesday. So when the HVAC installers on a Tuesday on the first floor, they're on the ground floor. And there you can just see different ways of showing that within swim lanes for companies specifically, and those other items there as well. You can import activities if you've got typical activities that you need to do on a job site. You can also add a new activity. And this is all managed here from this interface. Right. So whether you can see it in the Gantt chart form and so on and so forth. Great ability to input information by the contractor, the subcontractor on site. That is what this is all about. It's all about capturing data in the field, on the building site, having the different trades and contractors being able to input the information in real time, being able to sort out whatever issues might crop up during the construction of that building on site. Of course, you would have to set it up, and of course, you would have to plan. And this is what I'd like to quickly finish up with the slides, and then we'll go to some information on the internet. This is some of the internet links that you might be interested in. There is the help files, and then also just where you can read some information from there. And of course, you can contact Micrographics at any time. I think the easiest way to get hold of us would just be our URL, mgfx.co.za, mike-golf-foxtrot-x-ray.co.za. I'm just going to close this for the moment, and then we'll have a look at the internet. There we go. So what do we have here? We've got some resources that are available. If you have Plan, you open this, but of course you can browse here anyway if you'd like to read more information about what it is that this program can do for you. Then you can come and have a look over here. So we've got something that is new within BIM 360 Plan, and then about how to sign in, how to use the interface. You see very clearly that they name all the items over here, about the system requirements, what you need to run it. You can run it on an iPad as well, or you can run it on the web. Then what is production planning? Right. We've got our master schedule, the pull or the phase plan, and the look ahead plan, and then what roadblocks are there that would stop us. So these are information we can input into our information online. That goes into the weekly work plan and the daily check-in. So drilling down into day-to-day schedule, planning it from the master schedule. That is the project manager level. That goes into the contractor levels and into the how to plan the entire thing. So the contractors and the project manager would get together and say, look guys, how are we going to build this building? When do the HVAC guys need to be on site? How long will it take you to be on that floor? When can the electricians come in? Can you give me information? Can we plan this? And that is the master schedule, and then the plan, looking ahead. And every week we can have one of these meetings and discuss this and say, look, okay, so what is it that we need to do? How can we get ahead with this? And then the weekly work plan. That's more on the, Monday morning, everybody clocks in at work. Now let's go and have a look at what we need to do this week. And let's plan things so that we get through it. And then on the daily checking, what do we need to do? We drill down into this, and planning, 90% of the battle one. That's where we want to be. So the software allows everybody to plan together in real time on the internet. Fantastic. Right. And that's what it's all about. Real-time communication with each other, saying what is going on. And I just quickly explain what is meant by a pull or phase plan. What is a look-ahead plan? Showing you, all right, we've got sort of over the horizon what it is that we need to do. A weekly work plan, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then daily check-ins as well. And then we can review and improve. So this is also nice. We can see information that is then taken out of the data to give us an indication about how we are dealing with the construction of this building, how far are we, what it is that we still need to do. And then I've got some controls, the list view, how to see the tasks in a list view, how to see them in a swim lane view. Remember, the swim lane is for, okay, it's my company, I'm the contractor or the subcontractor. And really I'm only interested in what I need to do this week. I'm not really so worried about what somebody else is doing. So I want to see what my guys need to do. And then the gantt view. That's more from a planning perspective. When is what happening? They explain very carefully how to create an activity, how to import multiple activities. We've seen that we can import activities, how to update the activity status. Status is important. It's important, excuse me. So it goes from open to either being incomplete or backlogged or committed. And once it's committed, then it is complete. Right. So we'd like to have our tasks complete. So open, committed, complete. But we might say it's a backlog, so we have to wait. Or it's incomplete, so we have to repeat and commit or backlog. Right. And that's the idea. Reschedule tasks. Coordinate activities. Add or remove activity handling. You can see that link between the two items over here. And then I just explain about project administration, how to work with projects, how to add the projects, invite remote project admins, how to change the role, add a project member, edit or delete a project member, add companies to the project, edit or remove a company, and to work with locations and breakdowns and administration. Right. So that is just the housekeeping for the admin, and then also how to work with the BIM 360 mobile app. So, you know, right within one of the videos that we'll maybe quickly have a look at, but you know, guys always find an excuse, no, but I don't want to take an iPad onto the site because it's going to break. And it's at that stage where management should step in and say, yeah, there's your iPad. Break it, I'll buy you another one. Break that one and I'll buy you another one, because ultimately you'll save the cost from it. And of course, we don't want them to break iPads, but it shouldn't be an excuse for a tradesman to be on site with an electronic device and not input the data. And if you have a foreman or a lead from a team, you might have them input the information. But just note that you'll need internet access, you'll need an electronic device to input that information, and that is important for everybody concerned. Then going onto the website, as you can see over here, you can get a demo. Unfortunately, you can't get a trial, right? And you can book a demo over there if you want. Then essentially saying what it is, but much more interesting over here is what the guys in the trade are actually doing. There you can see how to get started, success story, and blog, which is great. So let's have a look at one of these videos quickly. This just shows you the sort of environment in which this is used. It's a relatively short video, and these guys adopted BIM 360 plan within their office. There you can see the typical meeting that the guys have, all the heads of the teams, the contractors. There's the project manager. The project manager can now coordinate all the different guys, all the different teams on site. And this is where the status of the tasks and the communication between the guys is so important. And I invite you to watch this video in your own time with the sound, just to go and see exactly what it looks like. But it gives you context as to the where is the software applicable. It's applicable on the site. It's applicable there where the guys are busy planning. How are they going to build this building, and so on. And there you can see them on site, and everything is planned, and they're going to input the information, of course, on site. Communication is key, and that's why these meetings are important. And there we can see how everything is planned together. So this works for them, and I would recommend it for you as well. Get everybody on the site, get all the contractors, maybe the subcontractors, get them involved, get them to sit together and chat to each other. Not just chat, but plan, right? See it as an operation that you need to conclude on the building site, and you would like everybody to work together seamlessly, reducing wastage of time and waiting Because for a contractor, if a contractor comes on site with his entire team there, he's got 5, 10 people, maybe more, and now he has to wait for something. That means that he's got to take that cost on himself because he's paying his workers per hour, and you wouldn't want that to happen. If you do that as a project manager, then you will get a very bad reputation in a very short amount of time. So we wouldn't like to be in that situation. Again, you can see the activity. There we can change the status, and then it is committed. And ultimately, we can close it. So we can see at a glance, we can see what is finished, what still needs to be done, who is slowing down. And the point that they make as well is that the competition between the contractors becomes so interesting. If one contractor is slow and the others are waiting for them, then it is an incentive to improve upon their performance. So having this always connected interface that shows everybody who's busy with what and who's slow, why are we waiting, and so on. If you are that team member that is slow or everybody's always waiting for you, then you know that you need to up your game. And I think that is also a great cultural change within the industry, going into the cloud, using these connected platforms so that it's transparent. Everybody can see who's doing what, when, and plan together and make sure that everybody works together in a correct fashion. So planning, once again, is key to the success of the project, and we'd like to save as much money, of course, during the construction of the project. This is why we need the software. It would be great to have a pilot project to try something like this on. The technology is always a learning curve. So if you want to adopt new technology, then I would say try it on a relatively small project before throwing the entire company into it, or become involved in a project where you are required to use the technology yourself. Push to get that contract so that you also get to use this great technology by Autodesk. And then you can learn the technology and maybe apply that in your own company once you understand how it all works. All right. But this did a great video over there. And also with regards to the construction, so how to get started with new construction, you can see there's a small booklet over there. And then we've also got the blogs, the connected workflow blogs. So you can go and have a look at that. So over here you can see that getting started with plan grid submittals. These are further applications also available from Autodesk that plugs into the connected cloud, as they call it. And it's important, if you are in this game, to stay abreast with what is available online and through Autodesk on the cloud, connected cloud, as they call it. So very much Autodesk stepping up to the plate and saying we're going to hit this out of the ballpark. And there you can see all the applications that are going to be available to you to leverage against the project. There we can see constellations of solutions. So it's not just one solution. There is so much that is going on within the cloud and within connected data, and it's going to get a lot more interesting in the future because of 5G and the Internet of Things, digital twin technology, the 3D printing and modularization and robotics. Things like you're on site and you're in a dangerous area, you want to keep people out of dangerous area, artificial intelligence and analytics. There are so many interesting ways in which you can get involved in the fourth industrial revolution and also towards the future of construction. So it's very, very interesting. There's a lot of work here to be for engineers and for scientists and mathematicians and statisticians, architects, anybody and everybody involved around the building, and data around the building is going to explode in the future because of all the information that's going to be flying around. It's going to be so exciting. I hope that you get the opportunity to get involved with it. And then also just the videos here. So there's a lot of content for you to browse around online. I, I, I recommend that you do that. There are lots of opportunities within here. If you need to plan your business into the future to be competitive with the rest of the world, of course, they are already using this technology quite extensively within the United States, in Britain, in Australia, all around the world, Russia, everybody's getting onto the game. And I think as South Africans also, we can get involved in the game. That would be great. Then we can also compete with the rest of the world or become involved in their projects because we understand how the technology works. And we can also, like them, become lean with our construction so that we get better and better as time goes on. So it is a short presentation. This is the presentation. I hope that I have perhaps piqued your interest. And like I said, if you have any questions, please direct them at us here at Micrographics. Our contacts, the easiest way to get in contact with us, mike.foxtrot.x-ray.co.za. Let's put our details on the screen again. Micrographics or MGFX. That is mike.foxtrot.x-ray.co.za. So we've got no questions. So I wish you a great week further, great day further, and a productive rest of the year. And please keep safe during this time of COVID. Until next time, bye.